back to incmedia Live. I'm Allison.
And I'm Nikki. So if you're new here or if you joined us because someone asked you to join, this is the time slot where we share with you uplifting and inspiring content and tools from incmedia. So we play games and you can win gifts from incmedia also.
Like earlier, if you joined us during our IG Live with Nikki, type the phrase of the day right now and you could win a prize. Stay till the end of the show to find out if you are a winner.
And you know what the best prize is, Allison?
What is it, Nikki?
It's actually a blessing. Actually, that's better than a prize because it's a blessing when we receive answered prayers.
That's so true. Today, we're actually going to be talking about what happens when prayers go up, which simply means what happens when our prayers are heard by God.
Yes, so write in the comments below, what is an answered prayer of yours? We would love to engage with you, read some comments and shout outs later.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. I think my favorite answered prayer is being an organist. It has always been a dream of mine since I was a kid to be an organist, and it took a lot of time and so many prayers to get here, but God is really good and has answered my prayers. So what about you, Nikki?
God is extremely good, and send some hearts to Allison.
All my fellow organists in the chat if you're here.
But for me, there's so many answered prayers, but one is just being able to bear fruit throughout these years.
Yes.
You know, sharing my faith. And actually, an even greater blessing, one of my Bible students with my friends, he actually invited his family to worship service. So hopefully they also become Bible
Hearts
students.
for your friend and his family. That's so awesome. The power of prayer truly is so awesome. We can pray for guidance,
like asking God to help us choose which college or maybe even what job to take.
Yeah, or we can pray for love.
Yeah, so who else here is praying for love? Raise your, oh, that was really quick. I'm gonna raise both my hands for that one.
We can also pray for healing.
And whether it's internal struggles or even sickness, God hears our prayers and He loves to help.
Right, and we have so many examples from brethren who have been sick or battled mental health issues. We have a collection of their stories on our website under Faith Speaks.
And if you haven't heard of Faith Speaks, it's a live storytelling event.
Now, since it's been launched, there have been over 35 storytellers, and we want to share some with you, some stories of how God has answered prayers for healing. Watch this story about how Chris battled eczema, and we just want to warn you, some of his pictures show how extreme his skin condition was.
And from the moment I changed my prayer, I started to find answers. I was being guided to find these books and articles on my condition, and I was shown how people who had similar conditions through food and lifestyle changes were able to finally lead normal lives. And as I continued my devotional prayer, I felt I was getting closer to the answer. And eventually, I ended up meeting a naturopathic doctor by chance in my area who specialized in the exact issues that I was dealing with. And I began to feel at complete peace because I felt like God led me to this moment. And after a couple of weeks of seeing this new doctor, I started to recover. God answers prayers.
Wow.
Yes, and Chris is right. God answers so many of our prayers. And Allison, wasn't that super moving?
So moving.
I mean, they're extremely good reminders that God is, at the end of the day, He's our greatest healer.
Right, and they're all really good storytellers there on Faith Speaks. I actually wonder what it takes to become a storyteller on Faith Speaks.
Yeah, and well, speaking of storytelling, we've actually got Taylor Joy joining us because she's an inspiring Faith Speaks storyteller. Hi, Tay Tay.
Hi, Taylor
Hello,
Joy.
welcome.
Hi, Allison.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Well, Taylor Joy, thank you so much for joining us today. We wanted to ask you, what's your favorite Faith Speaks story and why?
There are so many amazing Faith Speaks stories. I could spend all day listening to them all. I really love how they make me feel so inspired. But one of the Faith Speaks stories that has really stuck with me is the one called My Identity. And the speaker for that was Brother Jordan Augustine. And I think it really stuck with me because he talks about his experience. He was able to build a successful career, and it allowed him to travel the world. So he was really living the dream. But even in that, he realized that his true sense of fulfillment and identity was found in his faith by strengthening his relationship with God.
Right. I also very much enjoyed Jordan's story as well. That's a really, really good one.
There's a lot of amazing stories, and actually we found out that you're actually gonna be the next faith speaker. So tell us a little bit more about how was the process? Was there anything unexpected about it?
Yes, it's been a process. It's involved lots of reflection, that's for sure. And I think that's something that I wasn't necessarily expecting to do so much of in this process. But by reflecting, I'm able to really think back to those pivotal moments in my life where God was really playing such a vital role in making everything fall into place. So I've been loving the experience. For us, it will be in May. Our next Faith Speaks, and some of the other youth members in the San Diego County area will also be sharing some inspiring stories of their own. But we're all working with our coaches right now, writing our stories so that we can share them all with you.
Wow, that sounds like such a blessed experience, and the process of it all. I'm really glad that you seem to be very much enjoying the process, even though it might be pretty tough at times. But hopefully we get to see you in person at Faith Speaks in San Diego in May.
I will show you guys around if you come.
Let's
Please,
go.
yes. Shout out to all the brethren in the district
San Diego
of San
County.
Diego County. Yes. I know they're in the comments right now.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Taylor Joy, for joining us today.
Thank you.
We're so happy that you were here with us.
Of course.
Bye.
Now, throughout all of the speakers' journeys, they continued to hope and to pray.
And Allison, do you know what I'm hoping for?
What is it?
So that we get a chance to win this shirt right here because it's
Prize time!
It's my favorite time of the day.
Well, can you show us a little bit?
Okay,
show
so
our
right
viewers.
Here. All right, so it's a t-shirt that has
classic.
truth because it's where truth meets you. Right
Exactly,
here,
right
yes.
here. Well, you could win this prize, but
this
first, of course, you already know that you have to answer this question.
Right, and question is, how did God heal Chris's eczema? Is it A?
He woke up one day and his skin cleared.
Is it B?
He took an oatmeal bath.
Or is it C?
God guided him to find the right doctors. Now, make sure to follow our Instagram page at incmedia news, and if you are our winner, make sure to DM us your information to receive the prize.
Make sure, because if not, we wouldn't know who to send it
Yeah,
to,
that's
right?
very, very important.
Yes,
So make sure you're
and
following us
follow
and that
us.
you DM us.
And while we wait for you to answer, we're going to play a little quick game. So our game master, who is also our floor director, will explain. So give away to Angie.
Our game master!
Game
master. Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Angie.
Hello.
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Are you guys big fans of Faith Speaks?
Yes, love
Yes.
it.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, yes.
it's
Oh,
amazing.
perfect.
I love it so much. Yes.
Thank you,
Huge
thank
fan,
you.
Huge fan right here.
fan.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
nervous.
I just want to say hi, everyone. Since we are on the topic of Faith Speaks, we will test our lovely hosts on how many Faith Speaks storytellers they know. So, with me, I have these faith speakers here in these cards. And whoever can tell me their names, whoever has the most cards, will be the winner.
Do we get a prize?
We get.
Is it price
I'll
time for
think
us?
about it.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I'll think
Never
about
mind.
it. I'll
Okay.
see.
It's fine.
So, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes. And
I
can you
think.
remind me how much time do you have to win this prize?
A minute.
Because
this
Win it.
Let's do that on 3.
Okay,
One,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
Win it in a minute.
All right. Thank you.
Ready?
Oh,
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. And go.
I'm ready.
Yes.
August.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Michelle.
Yes, Michelle.
Sophia. JR.
Yes, yes.
Marcel.
Who said it first?
Okay. Ariel.
Yes. Jordan.
Sorry, I'm so competitive. Yes, it's Angel.
Yes, yes.
Marcus.
Jake, no, not Jake.
Marcus.
Marcus, yes.
Melissa. Yes.
I forgot his name.
No, give it to Nikki.
No, I need to say your name.
Robert Gillis.
Yes.
Audrey.
Yes, Audrey.
Come on.
Okay, we got it. Wait, did you say her name?
Belle?
You know what? I'll give it to you.
Cute.
And all
I'm
right.
nervous.
So before we continue, who won the most cards? Nikki, let's start with you.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 for Nikki. All right, Allison, what do you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13!
Congratulations to Allison.
Good job,
I will think of your prize later.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't
Thank
think
you
I'm
for
gonna get anything,
joining.
but
Win
that's
it in a
okay.
minute.
Oh,
Can I have those?
Thank you,
Bye.
Game Master.
Bye, bye, Game Master.
Bye.
You're the best. Everyone, give it up for our Game Master.
Send your heart, all your love.
That was an exercise. I'm tired. That was a workout. See, my ring's closed. Okay, anyways, I realized that I was missing a few of those speakers. Those last 4, I didn't know. And I might have forgotten some of their stories.
That's okay because there are over 35 storytellers, which means it's possible to binge on Faith Speaks if you really wanted to.
Right, so if you have exhausted everything that you've watched on Netflix or anything, you can find so many stories on healing, dealing with change, finding love, and even some parenting stories. And they're all stories that will help strengthen you throughout the year.
And that's right, and there is something for everyone.
Yes.
So anyway, I think we gave them enough time to
yeah.
answer. I
forgot we
almost
gave you a
forgot about
question.
that. So let's refresh their memory and review the question again. So the question is, how did God heal Chris's eczema? Is it A?
He woke up one day and his skin cleared.
Is it B?
He took an oatmeal bath.
Or is it C?
God guided him to find the right doctors.
Okay, drum roll please. The answer is C. Okay, so again, so whoever won this shirt right here. All right.
Well, now we know that prayer works, and there is no doubt there.
Absolutely no doubt. All facts.
Right, and in fact, another one of our Faith Speaks storytellers, Michelle De Los Reyes, struggled with an eating disorder, and her turning point was during a worship service lesson. Take a look.
Of course, I was bullied. I was fat. I was the center of jokes. I wasn't taken seriously, and the name calling was endless. Months later, through their assistance, I was able to get a diagnosis. It was UFED, an unspecified feeding or eating disorder. It was an eating disorder that displayed both anorexic, bulimic, and binge disorder traits. A minister read a verse that hit me. The verse encourages us not to be anxious about our lives, about what we're going to eat, about our bodies, and what we're going to wear. Because life is about more than food, more than our bodies, and more than clothing. That's when I noticed. It was quiet up here. My mind. As if for a second, that voice in my head was gone. That negative voice that had been bullying me all this time, it was just utter silence. And then after that worship service, I literally felt the shift. It really was like a light switch. It was the beginning of an answered prayer.
I love
That was amazing. Yeah, so I remember actually listening and watching Sister Michelle's story, and it was extremely inspiring and a little bit emotional. So as someone that grew up with confidence issues, this one really hit home.
Yes, definitely for me too. Not only that, but I love that she was so honest with her thoughts and with her feelings, and it really gave the audience, like me and you too, to really connect with the story. And so I'm so grateful that Michelle was able to share her story with us. So thank you, Michelle. Now, you already know the drill. We show you a piece of content and you get quizzed, and you could possibly win a prize. Like, you show them what they could win.
Okay, you could win a lot of things, but if you answer this question correctly, you could win this hat right here.
Yeah.
Again, it says, what did it say? It says truth. Because we love the truth here.
The classic truth logo.
Yes.
So cute.
Okay, so here is the question. So the verse in the worship service reminded Michelle too. Is it A?
Not to be anxious about our lives.
Is it B?
Exercise.
Or is it C?
Honor our parents in the Lord. Ooh, that's a really good question. So while we wait for the answers, we haven't read any comments yet.
We haven't.
So let's go ahead and read some shout outs, and maybe we can answer some of their questions if there are any at all. Wow, we have so many people
I don't even know where to start, but
we have a lot of Faith Speaks fans. Like, let's see who's in here.
I'm scrolling
Kez G. Faith Speaks has a way for you to really think about the life we have right now and see how blessed we are. That is so true. Thanks, Kez, for your comments.
And speaking of answered prayers, Jillian Pimentel, my prayers were answered when God helped me in choosing my major in university. He is truly good.
Yes.
Good luck to your future.
Yes,
we love that.
We have so many people commenting what their favorite answered prayers were. And Sister Regine says, my favorite answered prayer is my husband, Brother Daniel Katsalik. So cute. Wow, we love to see it. All right, one more.
One more.
Sophia Carla said, Sister Allison is very competitive. You're not wrong. I am very competitive.
Let's see. Oh, there's just so many.
I think we got time for one more.
It from Margie Gopez's prayers are powerful.
Yes,
and she's
very,
from
very true.
OCC. Yes,
OCC.
prayers are indeed powerful. Very, very powerful.
Okay. Do you think that was?
Yeah.
Think that was enough time? All right.
We'll read more later.
Well, let's go over that question one more time. The verse in the worship service reminded Michelle to A,
Not be anxious about our lives.
B,
Exercise.
or C.
Honor our parents in the Lord.
Okay, well, we had a few different answers, but the answer is, drum roll please, A, not to be anxious about our lives.
And I love asking people what their favorite answered prayer is because it really deepens my understanding of God's love for each and every one of us.
Yes, I really loved seeing all the comments of people saying what their favorite answered prayers were. And also, some of my favorite stories are the ones where we think that we can't do something, but God answers our prayers and shows us that we can.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Like in our next story about Narissa Hunter. She dreamed of being a mom, but after a miscarriage and after losing function in one of her fallopian tubes, the doctor said she couldn't have a baby. But God always, and He had other plans. Watch this next clip as she shares her blessings.
In 2010, I was blessed with my first daughter, Naomi. In 2015, I had another daughter, Penelope. And last July, we welcomed our third daughter and fifth child, Genevieve. So to all you couples out there and women who are longing for a child to call your own, if you're finding your journey to parenthood or motherhood is too difficult or too painful, don't lose hope. Always place your faith and trust in the Lord, and He will answer your prayers.
I love that Faith Speaks so much.
Really good.
Actually was there and I watched it live, and the audience's reactions were so funny because I think we all felt the same way. But her story was such a beautiful example of how God obviously has plans for you, and He will always bless you with way more than you're asking for. Like with 4 more things that you have, 4 more kids, right?
And going off of that, Allison, even though I wasn't there in person, it just comes to show that when God blesses us, He not only blesses us a tiny bit, but as you can see, 4 more, aka He blesses us immensely.
Yes, that's so true. Now, like I mentioned, you could hear the audience laughing in the background because I think we were just all so surprised.
They were surprised. I think I was. Were you surprised too?
I was for sure surprised.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Well, you know what actually rhymes with surprise? Fries!
It's
Fries time! Now, I've been really excited to give this prize away because this is super cute. This tumbler is, you could possibly have a chance to win this tumbler.
It's a Wallpaper Wednesday?
Yes, it is a Wallpaper Wednesday on this tumbler. And of course, incmedia on the side with a little straw, you know what I'm saying? But of course, you already know, if you want to win this tumbler, you have to answer this question. Doctor said that Narissa couldn't have children, but God blessed Narissa with blank kids. Is it A,
5,
B,
2,
or C?
6. Okay, so while we wait to see who gets the answers, we'll actually read a couple more of your comments and your shout outs.
I love reading comments. I think
Right.
I see someone, I think someone might know you in the chat. I'm gonna give a shout out to them.
Okay, I'm actually gonna give a shout out to my parents and my mom who always watch. Hi, Mom,
Hi,
and some of my
Mom.
family.
So
there's just too
sweet.
much, but thank you for tuning in.
Let's see. Brother Roel David said, man, incmedia Live just keeps getting better and better. I love incmedia Live. Hello, Coverwell.
Yes. Okay, and then we have our brother Michael Guerrero. Sharing our faith with someone is the best gift we can give them. And I love gifts, but again, sharing your faith, it's the best.
Very, very true. And let's see, who else do we have in here? I know we have so many. Everyone's saying prayers are so powerful. And Brother Roel again said when prayers go up, the blessings come down. That's so true.
Yes.
All right, I think that was enough time.
Yes, plenty of time. And let's go over that question one more time. So again, doctor said Narissa Hunter couldn't have children, but God blessed Narissa with blank children. Is it A,
5,
is it B,
2,
or is it C,
6? Okay, well, we had a few different answers, but the answer is, drumroll please, A and C. At the time of the filming, she only had 5 kids, but she just recently had another baby. So it's 6. So good job if you guessed A or C. Yeah, also congrats to Narissa Hunter and her family. Well, speaking of congrats, we're actually going to be announcing the winners very, very soon.
And before that, make sure again to follow our Instagram page at incmedia news. This will be linked here. And DM us your information because how can we send you a prize?
Right.
Information.
Yeah, we're not going to send it to anybody. Yeah. So, you know, we've heard a lot of people share the Faith Speaks video to their friends and their family to uplift them. But we know of a young brother who is the mini president or the youth leader in North San Diego, and he shares the stories with his local congregation. So let's see how Adrian Villanueva does it.
I previously shared this project with my Binhi members in our Binhi monthly meetings, and the reactions were uplifting and sentimental, especially in their faith, because these are real-life situations that the Binhi in my local related with. For example, the overcoming body issues and the dealing with Christian stereotypes. These happen day-to-day basis throughout the world, and it's important to spread the light that they're not alone in these situations.
Right, so that's super cool, Adrian, and we love how he shares inspiration with his friends. And fun fact, Adrian is going to be a storyteller for our next Faith Speak in San Diego. So give him a round of applause.
And guess what, Adrian? Because of your kindness, we're going to give you some incmedia cards so you can share some of these incmedia cards right here. Look at all of these. So you can share these with your friends as well and spread the positivity as you have been doing. These are such nice cards. Look at all these Wallpaper Wednesdays. Wallpaper Wednesday cards. There's so many.
Yes.
It's all for you, Adrian. So feel free to share all these with your friends. All right.
Time for comments?
Do we?
Yeah.
All right, I think we have a
We're
few.
gonna
We
read
have a little bit more time.
Okay, let me see.
Let's
I need to
see.
scroll a little bit.
So many friends in here.
Okay.
Oh, Nathaniel Russell says, let's go. Hashtag South Central State. I believe that's like
Oh,
South Central.
South Central's okay.
Yeah.
Let me read.
Texas. There's Texas. Okay.
So we have one from Lil Bet Talent. Greetings to all our brethren and friends watching from the unstoppable District of Washington, D.C., Mid-Atlantic.
Yes.
We have a lot of districts here today.
Yes, we do. We have a lot of people here from San Diego County. Hello, San Diego County. You guys are all in here. Brother
Just
Christian
there.
DeJost, Brother Christian Co. So many friends from San Diego County.
Hey.
Hopefully we'll see you in May for Faith Speaks, right?
Yes, Faith Speaks.
All
Okay,
right.
so we actually have our 4 winners for the day.
It's that time of the day.
Okay,
It's that
so
time.
3 for the questions earlier, and 1 for the person who joined in the Instagram Live and sent us that phrase of the day. So let's see who the winners are. Drum roll, please. All right, we have, I'll be the first here. We have our brother, Ruel David, sister Rowena Custodio. Hi, Mom, that's my mom.
We also have, Nathaniel Russell and Angela Limpioso. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Woo! Congratulations to all of our winners. You guys were so awesome. This was so much fun. But we're sorry, that's all the time that we have for today. Now, as a reminder, make sure you're following us at INC Media News and send your information so we can mail out your prizes.
And thank you so much again for joining our show.
And as always, INC Media is where truth meets you. We hope to see you next week.
Because as always, we are here with you.
For you.
Every week, every single Friday.
Keeping you uplifted and inspired with your favorite INC Media content. Bye!
Bye!
Bye, Mom!
Bye!
So what happens when you download INC Media on your streaming platform? You'll get the shows you love available on demand without a single commercial. Plus, exclusive programs and events like Blessed Moments and the recent Faith Speaks global event. Curated playlists to play at home, in your CFO meetings, missionary activities, and to share with friends who want to learn more about the Church of Christ, including El Mensaje, our program for Spanish speakers. There are also shows for the whole family to enjoy, including shows for kids you don't have to worry about. And if you're looking to stay connected on the events inside the Church of Christ around the world, you can stream the latest episodes of INC News World First on INC Media. There is so much waiting for you, so visit incmedia.org/apps. Select the platform or device and follow the instructions from there. Seriously, it's as easy as downloading other streaming platforms to your device.
Hey there, creative Christians. It is already March, and I cannot wait to see... Do you hear that? That sound coming from? Is someone building something?
Oh, hey, creative Christians and Macy. Sorry about all the noise.
It's the host of Blueprint, Nan!
Join us as we discover the blueprint of the buildings and structures inside the Iglesia Cristo.
And Blueprint is the featured content for the month of March. So if you're here, that just means one thing. Something amazing is being built. So what have you got going?
I got something really cool going on. Come check it out. So I'm building my 2023 Creative Christian Planner. You know, I just got my daily inserts cut right here. I use my trusty saw. I have my hole punch. I have my 3-ring binder. I have a 3-hole punch right here. And if I really need to get the job done, I have my drill press. Just gotta have all the right tools for the job.
Intense. But I am so glad you're enjoying your build.
You know, it's never too late to start being creative. If anyone is still looking for the downloadable file, go to incmedia.org and scroll down to the downloadables, one of which is the Creative Christian Planner. And you can find it here all year long.
Thanks, Nan, for the tip.
Sorry, Macy, I gotta get going and finish this build. So let's get creative.